Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. So, this afternoon, I will report about the controls over production. A standard recipe is a set of written instructions for combining specific amounts of ingredients to make a specific product. Recipes are standardized to ensure that the finished product's taste, textures, and yield are consistent. So, ang standard recipe is usa ni siya ka set of written instruction para sa mga specific amounts sa mga ingredients para mahimo ang usa ka product. So usually ang mga recipe kay standardized na siya means it is detailed, tested or kanang consistent aron ma-ensure nga ang finished product is same ang taste, appearance, or quality every time it is made. And kaning standard recipe food are commonly used sa mga professional kitchens, restaurants, or mga other food service operations. The ideal standardized recipe includes a list of ingredients, their weights or measurements, and detailed instructions for combining them into the final result. Most procedures benefit from a card format, while computer software's programs can access a variety of recipe formats. So, ang ideal pod or ang angay nga standardized recipe, nag-include na siya mga list of ingredients, ang kadaghanon or kabugaton or sukod, an instruction for combining it na siya para may na siyang final results. So, ang uban ani is naka-card format siya and napoy other mga computer softwares nga makapili ka or daghan ang mga kanila recipe formats. So the recipe is divided into sections on the recipe card that are easy to recognize, read, and follow while cooking. First is the ingredients. Regardless of the amount utilized, any food item used in the production of the dish must be specified. The same components and proportion must always be used in a recipe to ensure consistency in taste, texture, and yield. Each ingredient, such as shredded Romano cheese, prepared croutons, crushed black pepper, and thinly sliced red onions, must be clearly stated with limited preparation instruction. So, dire sa ingredients is so bisan unsa ka gamay sa amount of ingredients nga nagamit nimo sa ka dish is dapat nakasuwat because dapat same ang sulod or ang kadaghanon sa bawat dish nga i-serve to ensure nga ang lasa niya, mato appearance og ang mahimo ana nga dish is same or kanang fair. Unlimited ra po dapat ang mga preparation instruction aron dali siya sundon. Measurements and weights. Each ingredient must be listed in the recipe by weight or measure. In order to improve production accuracy, some cards include both. So there is so dapat each ingredients daw is ilista sa recipe is or ibutang nimo sa recipe is gitimbang na siya or gisukod aron ma-improve ang production accuracy and or ma-meet ang specified standard sa pagluto. And pieces, cans, slices, bunches, or a standard measure indicator are used to list the measurement. So, mana siya mga example sa imuhang ibutang dito like kung pila ka pieces imo nagamit, cans, slices. Directions. Instructions should be stated as plainly as possible. Staff members may struggle to read long preparation instructions because English is a second language in many kitchens. So, dapat nga ang instruction is plain ra gyud na siya kay aron dili lisod sundon especially sa mga uban staff na maglisod og basa or sabot sa mga lawom nga instruction because kanang ang English is second language na sa kadaghanan or sa kanang mostly ba. Yield. A recipe's yield refers to the amount of serving it makes. The amount of food product allotted for a single serving is known as a portion. The weight or measure of a portion is used to determine its size. Quality control relies heavily on accurate and easy to read recipe cards. They contribute to the production of a high quality food product and to the control of food costs. So, ang recipe yield is nag-refer na siya sa number of serving nga mahimo sa usa ka dish. Then, ang amount of food nga naa sa dish or ang kadaghanon Sa usa ka serving or plate is gitawag na siya nga portion. Ang weight or sukod sa portion is mo na siyang gigamit aron maibaw-an nato ang iyahang size. So, muna siya ang example sa standard recipe card. Na siya recipe name and total yield or serving. Na siya portion size which is mo ni ang katong nasa plato kung pila ang sukod nga naa sa plate, like 80-gram meat and 70 ml sauce. Nanapod siya yung mga ingredients, description, and mga katong quantity kung pila ka mga ml ang gigamit, ingana or pieces. Nanapod siya directions. The production sheets. The production sheets is the final step in achieving consistency in production. The production sheets contain the quantity of serving to be created, the food cost, and the selling price for each menu item to be produced during a specific meal service. Following the functions, the actual number of people served is recorded and the value of overproduction waste is determined. So, dire sa production sheets, makita nga ang mga servings, food cost, o mga selling price for each menu. And then, the number of people served pod is recorded and dili po tanawon if may mga sobra sa nahimo. So, the production sheet is also a tool that allows management to arrange the productions of 7 parties, highlighting where menu item duplication can increase kitchen efficiency. Mao na siya ang example. So, dili na makita ang item to be served, number of item to be served, ang food cost, total food cost, ang actual number of served, actual food cost, and ang selling price and total revenue. Ari na nimo siya makita because maka-estimate naman ka kung pila ang imuhang selling price ana kay nakita naman dira ang food cost, ang pila imong nahimo, mga total food cost, and madiha pud makita na ang pila ang inyuhang maganansya. The chef's ability to see the combined menu requirements on the production sheets considerably simplifies kitchen management for these 3 duties. So, the chef's ability nga makita sa mga combined menu requirements sa production is makapasayon sa kitchen management for these mga duties. Menu requirements are sent to the purchasing department and the kitchen well in advance of the event. Second, most hotels and caterers requires 2 weeks of planning time. Third is written catering function change memos enable last-minute functions, changes, and emergencies to be handled as efficiently and cost-effectively as feasible. The real quantity of food products provided as well as the actual food costs are recorded in the appropriate columns after manufacturing. Using the food cost formulas described in Chapter 7, total food costs and food cost percentage may now be computed for each function as well as for the meal period. So, ang tinuod nga quantity sa mga product nga giandam og ang actual nga gasto sa pagkaon is a record gina siya inighuman og manufacture gamit ang food cost formula, which is the total food cost divided by total revenue equals food cost as percentage of total revenue. So for each function, fluctuations in individual item cost as well as food cost percentages can be identified. Overage can also be investigated and traced back to a drop in the projected number of covers or overproduction in the kitchen. Most catering events have a guarantee clause that involves payment for a predetermined guest count, which helps the caterer absorb the food cost when actual visitor counts are lower than projected. So for each function, fluctuation sa individual item cost or kanang changes sa prices is makita na ma-identify na siya diri ang sobra pod sa or kanang ang mga sobra pod nga mga nahimo is masubay na siya mostly pod sa catering events is nana sila guarantee clause or contractual agreement to paying for a minimum number of guests para sa gi-estimate nga gidaghanon sa bisita. which is makahelp pod na sa caterer nga maka-absorb sila sa food cost kung ang actual visitor counts is gamay lang ang motungha kaysa sa ilahang gi-estimate. And ba na siya ang example. And kumpleto na ang naa din ni ang siya number of items to be served, food cost. And that's all. Thank you and mabuhay.